Yeah, right. Honestly, baby, it's a sad birthday, just my phone and me. 'Cause baby, it's a sad birthday, and I'm gonna cry, cry, cry about you. Baby, this is my party, don't you think of me like any other day, just another sad birthday. Like any other day, just another sad birthday. Third shot, I'm wounded, empty. I cry out, but no one's listening now. But I can't back down. Third shot, I'm wounded, empty. Can't shout, 'cause no one hears me now. Still I can't back down. Come thunder and storm, I won't ever fall. I won't turn around, I can't lose it all. So I keep running, I keep running. Come thunder and storm, I won't ever fall. I won't turn around, I can't lose it all. So I keep running, I keep running. Third shot, I'm wounded, empty. I cry out, but no one's listening now. But I can't back down. Third shot, I'm wounded, empty. Can't shout, 'cause no one hears me now. Still I can't back down. Come thunder and storm, I won't ever fall. I won't turn around, I can't lose it all. So I keep running, I keep running. Come thunder and storm, I won't ever fall. I won't turn around, I can't lose it all. So I keep running, I keep
All right, Kinsman. Frankie MacDonald is
Yes.
already here.
Yeah, Frankie MacDonald joining us live from Sydney, Nova Scotia.
Hey, Frankie.
I'm doing great so far.
How you doing?
I'm doing great so far. It's really hot out in Timmins, Ontario right now. Timmins is under a heat warning as of right now. And my dad, Frank MacDonald, is still making a lot of music in these days.
Frankie's doing a good job. And the first thing I see when I see you, Frankie, I see a lot of sun. So is it sunny and hot where you are?
Yes, it's hot all the time. My area, it's hot all the time. Timmins, Ontario, it's going to get colder than average temperatures in Nevada, including Las Vegas and Southern Nevada, Los Angeles, Phoenix, Arizona. This weekend's coming, including Utah, because the center of low pressure system is going to be located in Utah. That's going to bring colder than average temperatures in California, Southern California, Arizona, Las Vegas, Nevada. This weekend comes, it's going to bring a lot of severe weather all across central states with rain. It's supposed to be rain in Nova Scotia to put out the fires this Saturday coming. It's going to bring a lot of rain to put out the fires in Nova Scotia.
And you know what's happening here, Frankie? Well, I know you already know, but we're in the middle of a massive heat wave. It's like 31,
Yes.
32 like all week.
We love it, though. We love the heat.
Yeah. Did you know we were getting all this heat in Timmins?
Because the hot air is driving all the way up the north into Hudson Bay and things like this.
Oh, we have someone join us here. We'll get Ronnie to remove the overlay. and put up the click to show names there, Ronnie. Right to your left, yeah. Go to your left. There you go. Now go to your right.
That's my dad. He writes his own songs.
I'm gonna help him out here, Mark. There we
Oh,
go.
show names.
Yeah, show names. All right.
I have to press on mute.
Who do we got joining us here?
My dad.
That's your dad? Oh, that's Mr.
Frankie.
That's Mr.
That's Mr. MacDonald. Yes. There he is.
Oh, we
I
can't hear
can't
him,
hear him. You
Frankie.
have to press the microphone button on mute.
His microphone button's on mute.
Yeah, might be on mute.
Frankie's. This is the first time we've had Frankie's dad on the show, and I heard. Well, while he's working on his microphone, I heard Frankie's dad is a musician and has some new music out. Is that right, Frankie?
He's writing the songs. He gotta press the microphone button to unmute.
he's trying
to talk him through the technical difficulties. Where's your dad live? He live in Sydney, Nova Scotia as well?
He lives in Halifax.
He's in Halifax. Okay, so they're a little spread out, but I know his dad was going to come on and he wanted to chat a little bit about his music, but he's still working on his microphone there.
And he's having some difficulties. Might have to exit and come back.
Yeah.
Mr. MacDonald, if you can hear us, might have to exit and come back in.
He'll get it figured out.
Yeah, he'll figure it out.
Yeah, but we should introduce our guest in studio.
Yes, yeah. We want to welcome John Kovac.
That's right.
Might
Hi,
see him at Best Buy here in the city.
But selling technology.
And we're going to call you the Timmins weather guru for Timmins and the surrounding area.
And winter's coming up in New Zealand, June 21st. Their winter starts on June 21st in New Zealand.
And I've also got another
It's going to bring lots of thunderstorms, rain in central to western Texas and parts of New Mexico, things like this. Then it got cold air all the way down Nevada, Arizona, things like this.
Now they're saying Duncan Timmins says Frankie for Prime Minister, and I agree 1,000%. Frankie should be our Prime Minister.
Yeah.
Because Frankie's like the face of Canada, Kinsman.
He is. He's got millions of subscribers, followers.
Yeah.
He's got a bobblehead. He's got a bobblehead.
Yeah. Frankie definitely has a bobblehead. And Frankie, are you ready for all this heat this summer? Like, have you been jumping?
Yes, it's going to be heat in the East Coast and West Coast. It's going to be colder in Ontario because it's going to be an El Nino year this year. The warm water is off the coast of Ecuador. It's going to bring a lot of fires in British Columbia. Joey Only's really busy fighting fires.
That's right. Now, I know often when Frankie's on, you bring a lot of the weather gurus on. Are they joining us tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
That's my dad. He writes music.
All right. There's Frank MacDonald. Can you hear us now, Frank?
I can hear you. Yes.
And we can hear you.
There we
go. Frank and Frankie.
Yeah, Frank. Well, we know where Frankie got his name from. So, hello, Dad. It's nice for you to join us. Frankie's with us every month.
Well, that's good. Oh, look at the big smile on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means
you must be really.
He writes music and things like this.
Yeah, Frankie's always got a great smile, always so positive and happy. That's one thing we love about him. You must be really proud of your son.
As Frankie would say, epic.
Epic, yeah.
Extreme.
So Frankie tells us that you're a musician.
That's correct. Yeah.
What type of music do you play?
It's rock, blues, funk. I'd call it alternative rock.
That's right.
Alternative rock.
Alternative rock. And so you write and record your own music?
Absolutely, yeah. I use Studio One and I use Amplitude for my guitar sims.
That's great. Well, isn't that awesome? So where can folks find your music? Are you like on Spotify and iTunes and all those platforms?
I'm only on SoundCloud right now. So you can find me by Frank MacDonald or by Mystic Mist.
Mystic Mist.
That's correct.
Mystic Mist.
I like. Do you ever do any music about the weather? Like, does Frankie inspire you?
Oh yeah. I've done music about Frankie. He's given me ideas, and I've written songs about earthquakes and tornadoes, the rain and the drought and anything to do with nature. And that's what about a lot of my stuff is about, right? Spiritual stuff and nature and reality.
Reality and that's how life goes. So Frankie, tell us, we've chatted with Frankie a lot. Has he always been passionate about weather?
For sure.
That means I study the weather models before I even do my weather reports.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I study the weather models. I monitor the weather before I even do my weather reports. I analyze those models. That's a lot of work, studying all different weather models so to get in alignment before I even do my weather forecast.
Every single day, Frankie's on it and does a lot of preparation before he gives the forecast. He started that off years ago, right, Frank?
I got 283,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel right now.
Yeah. No, he's good. He's always loved the weather and nature, and he does a great job. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, he really does.
Then he got a heat wave in Timmins. Says it right now. Heat wave is really bad in Timmins.
Yes, you're right, Frankie. We actually they just gave us a fire ban. It's you can't have any outdoor fires because it's so hot.
Then they got a typhoon head for Japan early next week. It's gonna bypass Tokyo, Japan next week.
Across almost across the planet, there's a bit of a heat wave going on. But what's the rest of the summer looking like? Heat.
It's gonna bring really hot in the coastal areas like East Coast and West Coast. It's gonna bring a lot of fires in British Columbia this year. Joey Only's gonna be so busy fighting fires.
Yeah,
yes, we got lots of fires here now.
There's lots of fires on the East Coast, because it's been dry for a while there, right?
Yeah.
That means there can forest fires in Western Nova Scotia and Central Nova Scotia.
Yeah, a lot of. Well, we're starting to see some of that.
Well, there's a forest fire, or I guess a brush fire happening somewhere just around Kaministosha Lake. Someone just posted that 3 water bombers are refilling up on the lake as one nearby.
If you hear the wind, Frankie must have some. Is it windy where you are, Frankie?
It's not. It's windy where I'm at right now.
Yeah, that's right. We can tell through the phone there. So, do you agree, Jonathan, that it's going to be a hot summer, but maybe we're going to get a lot of rain?
Yeah, be rain. I mean, the long term with the weather.
Then we got rain to put out the fires and things like this.
But I'm going to watch Frankie's models and see how those work out because I didn't know he did that.
You got to watch Frankie's models. Frankie posts his weather on almost every single one of his social media platforms.
Yeah, good job, Mike.
Yeah, he does an awesome job. And they have a big group chat where they chat about the weather. And Frankie's on so many shows. Who shows were you on this week, Frankie?
I was on Base Star Show last week. It was great so far. And I was on Jason Marshall. We don't have cookies, another podcast as well.
Yeah, he's on a bunch of different podcasts.
A bunch of different formats.
And Frankie comes on and always gives us an update about our weather, and he's always spot on.
He is.
Back in the end of April and early May, I was on another podcast called Sam from the Don and Mantis podcast.
Let's bring Brandon on there, Ronnie. We'll get
another weather guru.
That's Brandon, another weather man from Alberta.
Yeah.
Hey, Brandon.
Hey, Brandon, good to see you again.
Well, good evening.
Yes, you can tell Brandon's in radio because he's got that perfect voice right there.
Last time he was actually are you still in the middle of a radio show right now, Brandon?
Not in a radio show today. My home studio here, but we just had a tornado touchdown in Stettler, Alberta about 10 minutes ago here.
A tornado.
Tornado.
Wow. Wacky weather all across the country here.
Oh, yes. It's been a wacky day, that's for sure. And we've got more severe weather in west central Alberta as we go through the evening here. So fairly active day today.
That's right. And well, here in Timmins, believe it or not, it's hot. It's usually cold. It's usually raining, but we wanted to introduce you in our middles, Jonathan.
Yeah. Hey, Brandon.
He's our local weather guru, so we thought we'd
bring him on he'd probably want to join your group and follow all the weather talk with you.
Hey, Brandon, how's it going, Jonathan?
Awesome. Here. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I do a weather show in Timmins on my Facebook group, Brandon. It's Weather Now Northern Ontario, and I have a Timmins Kapuskasing weather warnings page for those interested in just the weather warnings. I try to do some storm chasing. and I analyze all the data from the Kapuskasing, Timmins, and Moose City airports as well.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's right. So what you're looking at here, including Frankie's dad's, that's pretty cool. He joined us. Is weather gurus from all across the country. You want to unmute? I have a question for Frankie. So Frankie,
And my dad writes his own music on his SoundCloud. He writes his own songs and things like this. His own songs, his original and things like this.
His dad does write his own music.
He writes a lot of music. He posts it on SoundCloud. He posts a lot of his music on SoundCloud. Mystic Miss on his SoundCloud. He posts a lot of songs.
His dad. I've heard a few. I've heard a few of Frank's songs.
Quite the established musician.
Yeah, I think that's pretty awesome. And he also writes about the weather. Frankie inspires him to do some weather-related music.
Yeah, to tune in and see Frankie in action.
Frank, maybe like you can get your songs on one of like the Weather Network or something. It might be perfectly tuned for them.
That means more people be listening to my dad's song.
That's right, Frankie. Oh, Frankie, I seen you post today about Frankie MacDonald bobbleheads. Are you getting more? Are there different ones? What's happening there?
And he's going to write more, and it's more people listen to my dad's song.
Yeah, we need more people listening to his dad's songs. What about your bobbleheads? Can we still get them?
It's going to be released in June, according to Phil Schuyler, the CEO of National Bobblehead Hall of Fame. Phil Schuyler is the CEO of Bobblehead Hall of Fame in Wisconsin.
Oh wow, bobblehead! Frankie is
all
over the world here.
Yeah, pretty exciting stuff.
And did you hear about this? And my bobblehead will be wearing a cowboy Frank Dow bobblehead this time.
Wearing a cowboy
hat.
Cowboy hat.
I like it. I need to get myself a good cowboy hat. I don't think I would look as good as Frankie though. No. Frankie looks good in a cowboy hat. So Brandon, let's get back to Brandon for a second.
He's in Alberta. They just had a tornado touchdown there today.
So tell us about when you get a tornado in Alberta. Is it one of these Kansas tornadoes where you're in the bunker and homes and cows are flying in the air? Or is it like sort of it causes some damage? What type of tornadoes are in Alberta?
Well, the one that we just had about 10 minutes ago was classified as a land spout tornado. So it develops from the ground up and usually from cold core funnel clouds or anything like, cold core funnel clouds. So it kind of looks like a dust devil, but it is actual tornado because it's attached to the cloud there. So you have a funnel cloud from the cloud and you got the, you've got the kind of the ground up circulation there. So it was, that was the situation today just outside of Stettler here. So I don't think it did any damage, but we had a couple storm chasers on it and they got some good footage of this tornado today. So it's going to be, it looks actually pretty incredible. Turn this camera around, show you a picture of it, but it looks pretty cool.
We'll clear the comment there, Ronnie, so we can see exactly what he's going to be showing us here. And then I have a question about storm chasers, but I want to see what he's showing us here.
All right, so there it is, right there.
Oh, snap!
Oh, wow, eh?
Near Stettler, Alberta there.
Hear the comments for a second, Ronnie? Can you show us that one more time?
Okay, I'll try to show you one more time. So there it is there. So that's the land spout tornado. And there's the funnel cloud there. There's the circulation at the bottom there. So it happened kind of out in the middle of nowhere. So we don't expect much of any way of damage, but
pretty exciting.
Yeah. It's not like Timmins, they say tornado, and Kinsman's hair barely moves. Like that.
The lawn chair tips over.
Yeah.
Right?
Now that.
Not too much storm chasing here, but it does happen though, does it?
It does. Yeah, I'm part of that. I've been doing it on and off for 10 years. It's challenging and fun at the same time.
Yeah, that's right. Storm chasing sounds like a career I'd like to be in. Brandon, so is this like when you say storm chasers? Is this like the movie Twister where they're getting in the van, the cameras are out, they're trying to get to the focal point of the storm for the best footage? Is this what storm chasers actually do?
Oh, yes. That's exactly what they do. A lot of them, especially in the United States, that is a very, very popular thing. You have a lot of competition in the U.S. Not many storm chasers in Canada as there is in the U.S., but still, it's still a popular thing. They all get in their vehicles and they go. there's a day like today where there's a chance of discrete supercells, they get on to, they get in their vehicles and they chase that storm, hoping for, well, what you saw there about 10 minutes ago, that tornado to touch down and get the best footage of that and cameras up. Oh, yeah, that's very popular.
Yeah. And I see, like, Tammy just made a comment, can't even imagine chasing, but I think I would like enjoy doing, like, getting right in the.
Well, you can just
pulse of
imagine
action.
the adrenaline, your
Yeah.
sweaty palms. You're chasing something that yes looks fascinating, but also can be dangerous.
Especially extreme meteorologist Green Timber, he's chasing tornadoes and hail and things like this. He better watch out for large hail because large hail can break windshields of the cars and things like this in central states. When there's a large hail in central states, that can smash windshields and things like this. Aaron J. Jack that met me in person on September 23rd, 2022, the day before Hurricane Fiona hit Sydney, Nova Scotia.
Yeah. Well, see, Frankie makes a great point. It's not just the tornadoes and the twisters. Like, not everyone's Bill Pullman, even though I think I could pull that off. You could be Helen Hunt there, Kinsman.
Helen Hunt.
But
I've got more
nonetheless,
hair.
the hail too.
You can be Helen Hunt with your lid.
Yeah, I could. Helen Hunt has a beautiful head of hair. I can't pull that off.
No.
Amazing actress, by the way. So, Brandon, let me ask you a question. Frankie brought up the hail. That could be dangerous. What's the biggest size hail? And then I'm going to ask Jonathan, what's the biggest size hail that you've physically seen?
Well, the biggest size hail I've seen is like golf ball size.
Wow.
Also, in this area here, we've also had up to softball size hail. So, that's the biggest hail that we've seen in this area.
So would you be more scared of a tornado or hail?
Well, a lot of the storm chasers here, they do not want to get their cars damaged, so they try to stay out of the hail core as best as they can, so they don't get hail damage because that can be expensive. But always good to see the tornado at a distance. That's always probably.
Okay, Jonathan. So here's your scenario. Mm-hmm. It's hailing.
Yep.
Golf ball.
Yep.
Maybe softballs.
Yep.
Are you out in the vehicle giving us the footage?
I can try. I've never done that before. The largest size hail I've seen in Timmins was marble sized.
Marble size.
Yeah,
okay.
that could do damage too, just as much as the
sure
golf ball
can.
size
Yeah.
hail.
But being a professional, weather guru, where, like Brandon was just saying, there's different sides of the storm to stay on, to stay away from the hail.
In fact, when it comes to wet storm clusters, hail can be localized. Like I've seen comments about people in you can have a hailstone that maybe in downtown Timmins, and Melrose is clear. You can have a hailstone falling in South Porcupine with just rain showers in Timmins. Very tough to pinpoint. It's like drawing coordinates that Mikey would do. Not Mikey, Frankie, I should say. I'm sorry about that. But I've seen nothing more than just marble-sized hail, which is enough to damage windshields on the vehicle.
Yeah. So here's our hail. It did break siding up. Yeah. So that's marble-sized hail. What about you, Frankie?
That means that sometimes you get baseball-sized hail that can smash windshields down in the States. That means you better watch out for hail. Stay away from windows. Stay in interior houses, especially big hailstorms down in the States.
Oh, yeah. Well, I agree 1,000%.
And up down in Antarctica, it's 24-hour darkness down below Antarctic Circle. Their southern hemisphere winter starts on June 21st. It'll be dark for 24 hours a day. Sometime in the end of July, the next sunrise will take place down below Antarctic Circle, like McMurdo Station, South Pole Station. That'll be a few months away. Then it'll be 12-hour daylight, 12-hour darkness, and Amazon Scott South Pole Station and McMurdo Station on September 23rd. Then it'll be the 24-hour daylight, 24-hour darkness up in the North Pole at the same time.
Frankie brings up another great point. Frankie always brings up these great discussion points, but because way up north, hopefully I got that right. Yeah. Antarctica, right? Do I have that right?
Yes.
Arctic is up north.
Arctic, Antarctica is below.
Way down south. 24-hour darkness. So let me pose this question to you. We'll ask Brandon. You have a weather opportunity to go down to Antarctica, but you have to be in 24-hour darkness to catch all the amazing things that happen there. And I'm only going to list icebergs because that's my knowledge. But I'm sure it's very beautiful. Do you take it? Do you mind the darkness?
I don't mind the darkness, but the minus 80 degrees Celsius might be.
That's the deciding factor right there.
Yeah, that's right.
Bring your lip balm to the lip chat.
minus 80.
Minus 80 on a good. That's without wind chill.
And
That is
and did
cold.
you hear about this? They had to deploy in the military to clean up for Hurricane Fiona last year in September. They had to deploy in the military, clean all the trees and things like this, and in Worcester, Charcuterie areas. The military had to be stationed up to Mayflower Mall because of Fiona knocking down trees, bring down power lines. All the power companies and military teamed up to clean up.
Yeah, he's right. I mean, you usually get one or two very treacherous storms in the States, hurricanes, Katrina, Fiona. So, who can answer this question? You name the hurricanes. Does it go alphabetical?
It goes alphabetical order, both Atlantic and Pacific.
How often do the names, because I know the names do get recycled every 7 or 8 years. Does anyone know that, Frankie or Brandon? How often do those hurricane names get changed over?
I think every year, every season they get changed
Every
over.
year, okay.
And they use a different set of names. So like last year was, forget what the name is this year, but it goes from male to female.
When Fiona and Ian retired because it was really bad storm, did a lot of damage, cost a lot of billions of dollars of damage in USD.
So they retired. Now, if I go like Ian, Jake, K, I could pitch for Hurricane KLOMP because we're getting close to K. Because you don't want to use Katrina again. That was devastating.
Mhm.
You know, many fatalities. Many people lost their homes. Say we go to KLOMP.
Off Katrina and the other storm called Superstorm Sandy in 2012 destroyed amusement park.
Who, based on, we're talking about the wild storms now in the United States, who provides the best coverage of these storms? Is it CNN? I always find CNN, like, really, they have their reporters in the heartbeat of it all. Wow.
Some of them, though, like,
You don't have to agree
you
with
see
me.
some of the footage where it looks like they're hanging on to like tree trunks, and then you see people walking behind the footage, wearing their shorts, walking to the store.
Right, with the margarita, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So who's
Last
your
year,
go-to when it comes to weather,
last year
Brandon?
in September, Aaron Jacek was in the center of the Hurricane Ian, the eye of the Hurricane Ian. Aaron Jacek was in the center.
Oh, wow. So right in the thick of it. Yeah, see? I think I'll ship you down, Kinsman, for Hurricane KLOMP. Golf ball hail.
Golf ball size hail.
Hurricanes and tornadoes at the same
Bring us
time.
some souvenirs.
And a risk of a sunburn, too.
That's
right.
What do you think? My dad, Frankie MacDonald, played a song on the radio. That's my father. That's Daddy. He played it on the radio.
Oh, the song has made it to the radio, Frank?
And CKUW 92.5 FM in Winnipeg, and another radio station in St. John's, Newfoundland.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Well, yeah, congrats. That's awesome.
That's really impressive.
It's a great accomplishment.
And please, check
your
out
songs played on a radio.
If you just joined us, that's Frank MacDonald. That's Frankie's dad. Most people could put two and two together there, Kinsman.
My dad has to press the unmute button.
Oh, his dad has to press the unmute button.
He's on top of me, boy. He knows me good.
Hey,
everyone.
It's nice to have the reminder. So what song of yours is getting radio play?
I wrote a song called Euphoria. So that's the one that got on the radio.
Nice.
And what's the song about?
It's about many different ways to heighten your senses, and there's more than one way to get high in the world, and whatever floats your boat, sort of thing. I don't know. Right. It's about a whole. My songs often mean a different thing to whoever listens to it. That's the way I try to write the lyrics. So
different meanings to different people, so you can get your vibes in many different ways.
Different ways, yeah.
That's the way I like to try to write lyrics. Yeah.
Okay.
It's important.
I'm pretty impressed. I think you need to write a song about storm chasers. I think we're on to something here.
Yeah, storm chasing could be an exciting song.
Yeah.
Hurricane
KLOMP rips up the country. Here comes the storm chasers.
Let's go with the
you know what they say. Everything's been written about 1 million times, so it's hard to come up with new ideas, right?
Well, new and fresh ideas.
That's right.
Yeah.
What do you? So Nicole says she'll have to look up your music. And once again, your music is found. Sorry, was it SoundCloud?
That's correct. Yeah.
So on SoundCloud.
SoundCloud, Mystic Mist.
Mystic Miss, if you're looking up Frank, that's his
Mystic
artist name.
Miss. That's right. Miss.
Yeah,
like
you can
it.
find me either way, Frank MacDonald or Mystic Mist.
Frank MacDonald or Mystic Miss. So what goes on for you, Brandon, like being so connected to the pulse of the weather? Is it more exciting for you in the warmer months or the colder months? Because we're in Canada.
That's a good question. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I always love a supercell thunderstorm rolling across the prairie, and covering these things is a lot of fun, I have to say. So I really like the warmth and the summertime thunderstorms every year over, sadly, the snow. I know everyone likes snow in Timmins, but supercell thunderstorm, you get a tornado warning, it just gets me going and
Gets the blood flowing.
Yeah.
Gets the blood flowing. That's right.
Well, what about you, Jonathan? So, like, you live in Timmins.
Yep.
As you know, Brandon said, a lot of snow. You got to cover the snow.
Yep.
But do you get excited when it starts to get warmer, or what beats your pulse?
Me, it's springtime. It's a transition to melt the snow from winter to spring into summer.
Mhm.
I love summer thunderstorms, not for the destruction that Mother Nature does and how it hurts people. I just like watching the sky get really dark to the west and having a shelf cloud approaching the city and everyone scurrying. In the wintertime, we hate snow, though the snow enthusiasts love it, but I love watching a blinding snowfall just for the fun of Mother Nature's behavior. It's heartwarming.
Well, I like it. Everyone,
Exciting. Yeah.
Everyone has well, we're talking about people who are passionate about the weather.
Yep.
I love it because this is how I tell the weather's changing.
Yes.
I know it's going from cold to hot because Kinsman takes off his dad mitts and wears sandals. So I know the temperature
that's
has
right.
changed.
The
Always
transition season
right? I know,
has begun.
He goes from toque to ball cap.
That's right.
But now I got all these weather experts. I
Go
don't
from
need your
boots
clothing
to
changing.
sandals.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right,
I was
Frank.
going to mention something else too. For all the viewers watching the comments, thanks for the comments, guys. Kapuskasing Airport reached 32.5 degrees Celsius today for 2 hours, which is 0.1 degree off from the 1995 record or 1996 record. So they were a little bit warmer than Timmins, but they were just so close. But no cigar.
Are we talking record hottest day ever or hottest day for this date?
The hottest day for this date, set back in 95 or 96.
Oh, wow.
So the Kapuskasing almost hit it. So if you're in Kapuskasing, kudos to you.
Yeah.
A record-breaking warm day.
So let's
today.
do some bragging. Maybe we're going to win here for once. Frankie, what's the temperature where you are right now?
Right now, temperature is around 27 degrees Celsius and 28 earlier in the day in my hometown of Sydney, Nova Scotia.
Okay, so that's one. We're higher for once.
We're higher.
We're always lower.
Well, how about Frank? Frank, what's the temp there in Halifax? Oh, hit the mute.
Did you hear about this? It's going to get cooler. It's going to get warm. And then it's like there's spring and fall. That's a dramatic up and down temperatures. That's spring and fall.
Well, let's get Frank. Frank, if you hit the unmute button, we want to know what the weather's like in Halifax there.
We're showing about 19 degrees here right now.
Okay. So 19.
All right. So 19, comfortable.
Sunny and
All right.
windy. It's good for the fires or bad for the fires, whichever way you want to look at it.
Oh, the wind's terrible for the fires.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah, we're in, and I know you folks are that's always bad in the East Coast. It's terrible.
Yeah.
So we hope that calms down. But for you, Brandon, give us this Alberta weather, and I don't know if you're going to top us or not, but you heard from John what we're cooking.
Can you beat Kapuskasing, Brandon?
I don't think I could beat Kapuskasing. We're 29 degrees right now. We've got a little bit of cloud, but we've got a little bit of heat here. So it's kind of a dry heat, though. So there's no humidity or anything like that. So it's bone dry, but it's hot.
John, Natalia says
that's my
hi.
daughter. So my wife and daughter are watching. Just like this on the Red Green Show.
Well, you gotta give them a big hug.
Hey guys, I have a lot of fans in Timmins.
There you go.
I appreciate that. People love the weather.
That's awesome, man.
Hello
to John's family. I call him Jonathan. I'm being too formal.
That's okay. You can call me whatever you want.
John.
I see a lot of people on your list, on your chat list as well. Tessa says hi. So hi, Tessa. Hi, everyone.
There you go. Well,
people know you from Best Buy.
That's right, Best Buy Technology, and I do DoorDash delivery on the side. So if you're looking for a meal, I get back to the community with delivery meals.
Well, no food for Ronnie because you saw what he does. He sticks his foot
that breakfast sausage in our lighting.
That's hilarious.
All right, Kinsman, I have another question. So we'll go the other way around. We'll start with Brandon this time.
Okay.
So Timmins, the joke is if you don't like the weather, wait 10 minutes. But you know this. So I'm going to ask you, you're going to have to give me the answer to this, Jonathan.
Okay, I'll do
so
my best.
what's the biggest change in temperature from one day to the next that you remember here?
I can even answer that with a standard heavy thunderstorm. I want to say maybe 11 to 12 degrees, sometimes 15 degrees.
In one day?
Yeah, one day. But if a cold front is nasty,
yeah,
let's say I can track cold fronts from Kapuskasing to Timmins within maybe 2-3 hours. Mm-hmm. You can go plus 30 down to maybe plus 15 in just 1 hour with a maybe Brandon can attest to this, maybe like a supercell with a cold front, 15-degree temperature difference. And he's shaking his head. That's good. Yeah.
Yes. So here in Alberta, our weather can be crazy. It can go, well, I could probably beat you on this one, actually. We went from one weekend of 30 degrees on a Saturday to a snowstorm the next day, which dumped at least 30 centimeters of snow. So
no kidding.
Day to 30 centimeters of snow with thunderstorms in between with a cold front. So that's one thing I can remember. And then another time we had we went from like 12, 13 degrees in the afternoon there, and we had severe thunderstorms develop in one afternoon. And that actually produced a funnel cloud. This was back in April of 2019. And then by the evening, we had a raging blizzard going through. So we had a severe thunderstorm warning and a blizzard warning on the same day. So our weather is almost as bonkers as Northern Ontario.
That reminds me, Renaissance got a good point with dates. I'm statistical, just like Frankie is. November 30th, 1990 in Timmins. We had a thunderstorm in the morning, severe thunderstorm watch, and we had a wind warning, and my neighbor's roof almost got ripped off the house. By 7 o'clock that evening, we had a winter storm warning. December 1st, Timmins woke up to about 20 plus centimeters of snow. So all within 24 hours, you got from summer to winter, just like that. Welcome to Timmins.
Wow.
Well, these are the stories I like. Now, what about you, Frankie? Does it get really hot and really cold where you are? You see this all across the world?
We had some hot days last year in the summer of 2022. It had brutal cold weather. First weekend of February 2023, it was near minus 40 with the wind chill in Sydney, Nova Scotia. First weekend of February 2023.
Yeah, so Frankie's seen it all.
He's seen it all.
Yeah, that's right.
And reports it all.
Yeah, and you notice he mentions like the windshield. Now, what do you call the heat? Is the heat index?
It's a humidex.
The hottest temperature ever in Sydney, Nova Scotia. I know that was July 2013, near 40 with humidex in Sydney, Nova Scotia, back in July 2013.
That's frying bacon and eggs.
yeah.
Right? That's the old
Well, you
saying.
can. Well, when it gets this hot, you can probably bake cookies in your car. That's how hot it gets.
Oh, yeah, I remember when the Weather Network came on here in 88, 89, I was grade 5, grade 6. The Weather Network used to report the heat index, and it used to peak up in the 50s. Grass across Timmins was dry. The water filtration system couldn't keep up, so some of our tap water was brown. Mm-hmm. And an MCTV news reporter at that time did fry an egg in the parking lot because it was so hot. So you can fry an egg when it's 50 degrees outside.
It is the cliche,
strange but true.
The cliche is true.
Yeah. Can you fry an egg on concrete? Yes, you can.
That's right.
Yeah.
Joanne says, "Sounds like my wedding day, Brandon." Now, did Brandon say something about rocking in thunder, or what happened there?
I don't know.
What did Brandon say that Joanne says sounds like her wedding day?
Going from so hot to cold.
Oh, hot to cold. Well, it's got to go cold to hot, hopefully, on your wedding day.
That's it.
Okay, so we'll hold off on. We're gonna read Trisha's, but we posted. We're gonna lose everyone's view there, Ronnie. Yeah, we'll read it, Ronnie. We'll read it? Yeah, that's right. There you go, Kinsman. So Trisha has a comment Mark's going to read.
All right.
Because it's awesome, like always.
Thank you, Trisha. I remember when I was a little kid, when I lived down near London, Ontario, we had snow one year, plus a freezing rainstorm that covers the hydro wires by 3 inches. And the snow was 3 times taller than I was. And I believe I was like 9 years old. But I want to say I was like you, maybe a little bit younger, but totally don't remember him here. But oh my God, it was crazy. I remember standing here or where my parents remember her parents clearing the snow on the grass area just before the driveway, and the snow I couldn't even see.
So another big fluctuation.
Big fluctuation in weather.
Louise says, I remember someone cooking an egg on the street. And the
That's
season.
in Arizona in the summer months, but it's extremely hot in the desert in Arizona. People can fry an egg and cook a hamburger on the street and things like this. And cook hot dogs with a frying pan on the street.
Cook a hamburger.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
I
yeah,
love
bring it
that,
on.
Frankie. Yeah, that's better than frying an egg. Like, get yourself
Cook
a nice
hamburger
here in Timmins
on your dashboard. Dashboard cookies. There's actually a YouTube video of dashboard cookies, and again, it's on a hot day.
All right, I have one more round of questions. Okay, we'll start with Jonathan on this one. Now, I'm asking you to pick the best city, or you could say area, to live in Canada. But here's the trick. Where you can see all 4 seasons. But I'm not talking, like, for me, it'd be like a nice winter, not minus 50. It'd be a nice summer, not plus 40 all the time. Where you get 4 rounded seasons. What city, and if you can't do that, what area would you recommend based on someone who looks at
I
the
was
weather?
going to say Toronto, but given how severe their weather is, I don't know if it's too comfortable to live there. It's hot in Toronto, just like here, if not warmer. I was going to say my second pick would have been Vancouver, but they get lots of rain out there. Next place, maybe I'll go out east to see Frankie sometime. Maybe we'll pick Nova Scotia or the Maritime Provinces. It's a little bit cooler, a little bit windier. Could be a little bit more stable there. What do you say, Frankie?
April 8, 2024, total solar eclipse heading for Sydney, Nova Scotia.
Yeah, in 24.
Well, we're going down there. Total solar eclipse. Frankie's invited
Total
us
solar
in
eclipse.
April.
Yeah.
That's right.
Next April.
That's right. So you're saying Nova Scotia?
I'm going to say Nova Scotia. I don't follow the weather too much, but given what Frankie and Frank are saying, it seems to be more comfortable there. There's no extremes. It seems to be nice and pleasant over there.
All right. What was that, Frankie?
That means my dad is writing the songs a lot.
That's right. Hey, maybe we're inspiring Frank to write some music with all these questions tonight. Frank gets inspired wherever, but I don't want to miss this question. Okay, Brandon, you're going to be obviously Frankie picks Nova, his hometown. Jonathan's going Nova Scotia. Do we have a unanimous decision here, or what's your vote?
Well, I'm going to go with Calgary, Alberta, with the Chinook that you get in the wintertime. That you can pop your temperature up to 12 degrees. It's a nice, warm, westerly wind. It's perfect. And then in the summertime, you get a lot of sunshine. It's probably one of the sunniest areas in Canada, right here in southern Alberta. However, you can get the supercell thunderstorms from time to time, but most other times it can be quite lovely and stable and beautiful out.
All right.
So he's going Al.
I'm with Brandon.
Tomorrow night's Joey Only show at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Pacific Time. Joey Only show every Thursday nights.
Yes. Catch Frankie and these amazing folks, Brandon.
Yeah.
And
we had
Frank,
Joey on the show a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago.
Joey's an amazing guy and a true outdoorsman. Yeah.
If
but
you
they're
wanna
all passionate about. Oh, go ahead, Frankie.
If you want to follow my social media, my Twitter is at Frankie MacD. My Facebook is Frankie MacDonald. My Instagram is Frankie MacD1984. My TikTok, Clapper, and Twitch is Frankie1984. My YouTube channel is Cosmos. My Snapchat is Frankie MBCDY. And my link is Frankie MacDonald. And my dad's SoundCloud is Mystic Mist.
That's right. Catch Frankie all on social media.
That's
Very
right.
active.
Yes, he is.
And many people know about Frankie. And that was a lot of fun. I appreciate all these wacky
weather guys joining us tonight. Yes,
all of them. And Frank, please check out Frank's music on SoundCloud.
Mystic Mist,
Mystic Mist, or Frank MacDonald. Yeah, we appreciate everyone checking in with us tonight.
Thanks, Brandon. Frank. Frankie.
What's the website to follow local weather?
Which one?
The Weather Network, AccuWeather, and things like this. Both Timmins, Ontario, and Sydney, Nova Scotia, and Vancouver, British Columbia, Wales, British Columbia, Joey Only's hometown. And you got to focus on the fires in British Columbia. That's where Joey Only's from.
That's right. So these awesome folks are on a variety of social media shows. Talk about the weather
all over the
place.
And this Friday coming up, I'll be on Base Guy Show at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
He will be on it.
He will.
Frankie's busy.
He is.
Frankie's busy all the time.
Capital Show. Good for you, Frankie.
And best of luck to you. I'm Frankie MacDonald. You're listening to KINZ and KLOMP Podcast.
Thank you, Frankie.
Thanks, Frank.
Yeah.
Thanks. And
Thanks for having me on.
Frank and Brandon.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all coming on and I don't know why I'm talking American now. Y'all coming on, but we appreciate everyone.
Y'all come back
on.
now. You hear?
And
we'll see y'all next month.
Follow Brandon online.
Yeah.
He's got some good stuff over there in Alberta.
And again, I'm pretty sure those tornado pictures will be on Brandon's feed now, if not already posted. That's right, Brandon?
Yep. In 10 minutes, I'll have at least 12 tornado pictures posted.
All right. There you go.
That's a real tornado,
Brandon
guys.
online. Yeah,
that's right. That's not a toothpick falling down, which happens here. But we appreciate you, Brandon.
Yeah.
We're going to
so
say
much, buddy.
thanks to our sponsors, and we'll be right back. Someone's going to win a charcuterie
Yeah,
board.
charcuterie board.
All right.
From Sweet and Salty Charcuterie. So it could be you.
A ticket for the hottest weekend in the summer, Rock on the River 2023, featuring the Country Night, Friday, July 21st, with Dallas Smith, the James Barker Band, the Reclaws, Rosewood Ave, followed by the Rock Night, Saturday, July 22nd, featuring Papa Roach, Default, Crown Lands, and Dopamine. Tickets on sale at rotr.ca. And dive into the newest flavors in downtown, your Punjabi restaurant, located at 211A Algonquin Boulevard East, right across from City Hall. And play some Warhammer, get those cracked iPhone screens replaced, and book your next birthday party with Elite Geeks. El Retronics, 133 Spruce Street, South Timmins. Call Chad DeBano to book your birthday party today, 705-266-7892. And DAP Cleaning Solutions, residential commercial cleaning excellence guaranteed. Call Andrew N. and book now for your carpet cleaning and strip and wax jobs for your commercial unit today. Call Ann, 705-465-3500. And the next free date with Dare Timmins is coming up June 24th, 11 to 2 at the Mini Putt and Batting Cages. Free swag, and the first 100 kids play mini golf for free. And how about a free estimate with V&M Renovations? Contact Max and Justin for your kitchen, bathroom, bedroom reno plans. Maybe some mini excavating. 705-372-3832. And it's another hot, fun summer shaping up with your urban park and the downtown Timmins BIA. Circle these dates off on the calendar because you don't want to miss Carnival Week, Superhero Week, Music Week, Christmas in July, Pirate Week, Halloween, Medieval Times, and Science Week. Get all the details online, yourdowntowntimmins.com. And if you're a small business, then you want to get in touch with Neonet Inc. in downtown, located 85 Pine Street South, Unit 105 in Timmins, as they assist unserved and underserved communities in the north to achieve equitable technology and broadband adoption through small business grants, education, and broadband advocacy and implementation. Contact Neonet today to see if your small business qualifies. 705-360-1353. And for all your Apple-related needs, contact Core Business Solutions, your Apple authorized service provider in Timmins and Northern Ontario. Located 264 3rd Avenue, Suite 201 Timmins. Call today, 705-531-3355. And it's another fun week at Imagine Cinemas, gearing up for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Opens up this Friday, but guess what? Opens up Thursday at Imagine Cinemas. Get your tickets online at imaginecinemas.com. And some big events happening between now and St. Jean-Baptiste Day with Lerone Timmins. Get all the fun and all the ticket information on all the events at leronetimmins.ca. And just a quick reminder that the second annual Helmet on KINZ campaign is coming up on Thursday at the Sportsplex, put on by Girona's Board and Kelly Lawyers and the Seizure and Brain Injury Center. Pre-register for your free helmet today. Go to the Girona's Board and Kelly Lawyers Facebook page for more detail. And if you picked up the flyer for this one, you do not want to miss the grand reopening specials within the 8-day celebrations happening at your Canadian Tire Timmins store. The prices and deals are only for the Timmins store. Come in and check out the amazing deals today. Masters Tire, best in time, best in price. Come in today for your free on-rim tire changeover. Call now, 705-915-3745, or drop in today, 440 Algonquin Boulevard East. And some fun happening in front of the Dante Club this summer. Festa Italiana 2023 happening Friday, July 21st and Saturday, July 22nd. Your chance to be a part of the on-street entertainment. The last of the Duke Street Kings will perform. Your chance to be a part of the ticket information as tickets go on sale for Porcupine Dante Club members starting June 1st and non-members June 12th. And happening at the Living Space is their Buy a Bed campaign. The goal is to raise $50,000 in capital to help support the Living Space here in our community. Drop online for more detail, livingspacehub.org today. And if you're buying or selling, contact Albert Seal to have him seal your deal with Royal LaPage Northern Realty Leaders, 705-465-3493. And if you're looking to play some bingo, join Jackpot City Gaming today. Open 9 a.m. till 2, Monday through Sunday, and they're now fully licensed at 251 First Avenue. And just a quick reminder that Roland Michener Secondary School, their drama club presentation of I Never Saw a Butterfly is this Wednesday, 7 to 8:30 at Roland Michener Secondary School. Tickets $5 at the door.
There we are, Kinsman.
We're back.
At it. So we wanted to chat with John a little bit longer because we always have such a vibrant, interesting discussion with Frankie and the weather
Frankie
crew.
and all his weather gurus joining the chat. But we want to talk to our own Timmins weather guru.
Yeah, that's me.
That's right.
Jonathan Kovac.
So about 10 years ago, one of my work colleagues said, just throw your own weather page on Facebook, which I did. And I started off with maybe 3 or 4 fans. I took a leave of absence for a little while, then I returned to it, started a brand new page, fresh new start. And in just about a year or two, I went from 10 members to 257. And that's my Weather Now Northern Ontario group. I've undergone a few name changes just to change the flavor of the channel. And it focuses on all the details, real details, from Timmins and Kapuskasing airports. One example, too, gentlemen, is that when there's severe weather, I remember many, many years ago, I posted a screenshot of the Environment Canada weather radar. There's 2 red lines headed towards Timmins. I was on my way home from groceries, and the dust picks up all over this gusty wind. I said, take cover, there's some kind of a weather alert that's going on. And one guy said, thank you for letting me know on your weather page because you just saved me from getting wet in the rain waiting for the city buses at Timmins Square.
Yeah. Well, you know what Kinsman does when it rains? He sees me standing outside, he speeds up his car, and he splashes me.
Good job.
It's not nice, Kinsman. You know, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
You probably check John's weather page. It's going to rain. Oh, Klomp's in for a doozy today.
I got to wait till Klomp crosses the street, especially on garbage day.
Garbage day on my nice white pants.
That's nice.
So it's awesome that we have, the media shifted. So we don't get a lot of
sure has.
a local flavor. So it's awesome that you're providing that. So if folks want to check John out with his weather action, where are we get?
Well, it's a Facebook group. It's Weather Now Northern Ontario. You can share that. The second group I have is Timmins Kapuskasing Moosonee Weather Alerts. It's a red banner page. There's 91 fans there. And I'm also on Twitter at non-radar YTS because YTS is the airport code. And non-radar, there's no radar in Timmins. So a lot of people say, how do you track the stormy weather? Well, I have a lot of sources. I listen to a lot of channels from the airport. Whenever there's a tornado watch, a severe thunderstorm watch or warning, we look at how high the clouds are, 30, 40, 50,000 feet up in the air. I look at the coordinates, where they're going from and to, what the danger points are, and I alert my audience between Moosonee, Hearst, all the way down towards Matheson.
Wow. And you're pretty accurate.
Pretty awesome.
I follow what the forecaster says. Forecasting is challenging because I can make a forecast template on my webpage for about an hour. Within 30 minutes, if it's an active weather day, I'll post an icon, and 30 minutes later, it changed to this or that. So it's tough actually getting forecasts out. With my weather content, I look at the last 12 hours of observations, and I try to make these templates like the Weather Network's conditions on cable TV, which I don't have anymore, which is okay. And a lot of people say, well, what happened to weather at 12 o'clock today? And I'll look back at my records and I'll say, oh, this happened at this time because of this factor.
Oh,
So
very
I
detailed.
do a play-by-play.
Pretty awesome.
I do some video formats when I have time to, although I am manning a family with 2 kids and a wife at home, so it's a little bit tough.
Yeah.
The more severe the weather is, I'll post text updates on my group and on Twitter as well to let people know firsthand what's going on. I haven't gone live like you guys have, but stay tuned for that.
Are we inspiring you to go
We're
live?
inspiring
yeah.
John
Because I do have a little
to keep us in tune.
absolutely. I'll keep
We
you
will
in tune.
get you the links, Joanne. Don't worry about that. We will post it. Or John, when John goes home tonight, he'll post them in the comment section.
That's right.
Yeah, 2 awesome kiddos, Tess says.
Oh yeah, that awesome. She's talking about the kids. I have my daughter at home and my son at home as well. They're watching the show. Thanks very much.
So what are their names?
Natalia's 5.
Natalia?
And Landon is 8 years old.
Hello,
And
Natalia
Landon.
and
Natalia
Landon.
and Landon.
That's right.
And this, about the storm chasing, I did storm chasing last year. Drove up the 655 to the train tracks at Kid Creek. Sky's dark as night. There's lots of lightning, torrential downpour. And I was listening to a flight arriving at the airport. They missed the approach to land 3 times because of tornado force wind. So while the flight was landing, I was on the ground feeling the storm in the vehicle. It can be dangerous sometimes. I've done storm chasing in the wintertime where you're almost blown off the highway from the tornado force winds and whiteouts. at your discretion, folks. If you do storm chasing, be careful out there. It's a lot of fun. You enjoy Mother Nature. I enjoy the airport's conditions. There's a lot of stuff that the airports report, such as like smoke at Kapuskasing. That prompted the special weather statement. If there's thunderstorms nearby, the airports will say there's lightning cloud to ground, west quadrant moving east. So I'll go outside, watch a cloud go drift just like that. Next thing you know, there's a thunderstorm over Cochrane or Iroquois Falls. So those are some of the variables I look into, and I post that stuff on my page.
He's doing amazing work there, Kinsman.
He sure is.
He's a good man over there. You know, a local guru providing some. We're still live over there, Ronnie? Maybe the internet's acting up over here because I got a circle of death
We're getting a
on my
circle
iPad.
of death is
But
what we're
I could see it
talking about
live
here.
patched in there, though.
I just got a little hiccup, but it's back on now.
It says we're still live? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well,
because
someone was asking if we rebooted the modem earlier.
I
So
can't
now that makes sense.
No, we didn't reboot the modem. Got unstable internet connection, so maybe we are having an issue. But it says we're live on the main screen.
Yeah. We're still there on the main feed.
So
just,
can anyone, could people? Oh, hello, Barb. You can still hear us.
We're
Okay.
back.
You
All
can
right.
see us here. Okay. So it's a beautiful thing.
Yep.
What you're doing. Who knows? Maybe one day, Kinsman and I, if we get fired from here, we'll be storm chasers.
You can join me
Storm
if you want. We're
chasing,
bringing, out,
yes.
we're bringing out a grand tour.
All right.
That's right. Everyone says we're good. All right. So now here's the exciting thing. You're about to see the wheel of winning.
The
Yay, someone's
wheel
gonna
of
win something.
winning.
Don't fall off your seat when you see the excitement
Yeah.
here, but we do have an amazing
Hooray, there we go.
prize.
Yeah,
Tell them
it's
about it,
a
Kinsman.
personalized, it's a charcuterie board from Sweet and Salty Charcuterie from Noemi Rodrigue. And when you eat all the good eats, which will get you in touch with Noemi, the charcuterie board has our KINZ and KLOMP logo.
That's right.
Etched right onto the board. So you get to keep that, and of course, the good old food. And again, Noemi said, whoever wins will get in touch with Noemi, and they'll have that lovely eats just in time for the weekend.
That's right.
Yeah.
Noemi's awesome.
Yeah,
Her
she's
business
awesome.
is amazing. She also has, what we were talking about the other night, the charcuterie
The
board.
charcuterie board.
So for any type of occasion you want, you told me it was a template of yours, but I think you lied to me, Kinsman. Is it true? You won't answer that one. You tell me off camera. But nonetheless, Noemi's, her and her husband, just awesome, beautiful people, amazing business. And she's always been a good supporter of ours.
Of our show, and said, she wanted to give away one of her. I guess they're using different woods with the charcuterie.
Someone's
board.
going to win a charcuterie board with our logo.
Yeah.
Did you order one for us?
A KINZ and KLOMP.
Did you? We could have been eating one right now. with John.
No Amy.
Desserts.
Yeah.
Maybe you can
Kinsman
fire one
has-
over to our studio.
Look,
Yeah.
Kinsman's. I wanted to do this. I wanted to give an update on my son's date before
yes.
we go.
And
So
how'd it go?
So I said my son's date. He went mini putting. He's gonna be very angry at me. Should I? Well, I'm going to release this information. So this was the free coupon thing, right?
Yeah.
Remember, he said he was going to go ask for a coupon.
Did
So
he?
he went on his date and said, "My Kinsman, I do not agree with this." He said, "My dad's Jamie Klomp. Do I get a discount?" I'm
On
telling
his
Don,
date.
if my son says that, you charge him triple. I don't. He did it on the date.
Did Don give him a discount?
Don's a great man.
I'm pretty sure Don did.
Okay,
yeah.
Don gave him definitely a discount, but I was like my son. But I wanted.
He
to
had more
give it
money
up.
for the ice cream.
He had more
afterwards,
money
yeah.
for the ice cream. Can you believe him? Next time he says that, you better say his dad's Mark Kinsman. I don't want that floating over. You say your dad's Mark.
No.
But yes, so he did get a discount. His date went awesome. I'll tell you this: it was someone who was on our show before, but I can't say.
No.
I'm not.
Can't
permission-
reveal yet.
I don't have
No.
her permission to say her name. I don't care about my son's permission. But her, I will respect her privacy. But my son, I'll blab the whole time about him. But Don, Chad saw Don today. He's an amazing guy. But my son did ask for that coupon, name dropped. But never interested to come in here and do any work, though.
No.
That's right.
Taking the freebies from
Okay,
us.
so Tammy says, Joanne says, next time I go to the show, I'm going to say I know KINZ and KLOMP. KLOMP is my dad. Okay, go ahead.
There you go.
You,
Use it.
Joanne, can say anything.
Yeah.
Tammy says, if that got him a discount, that's awesome. And Sylvie's laughing. So I just, I want to provide an update. I promised my son I wouldn't update on it, but psych. I like to talk about it on the show. So
Awesome.
Let's
So
give away a
let's give away the
right?
charcuterie board.
I didn't-
Fire it up there, Ron.
All right, so this winner, and how are they going to get it, Kinsman?
The winner will phone Noemi. We'll get in touch with the winner after the show, and then Noemi will set up what they want on that board.
All right.
Yeah.
So we'll get in contact with the winner and get everything set up.
All right, let's go.
Ronnie's ready to roll the wheel of winning.
And the winner is...
Right.
Who's going to be winning a charcuterie board?
Could
Let's
be
see.
Kenny Keevy.
Kenny Keevy.
You going to remember that name?
Kenny Keevy.
John,
yes.
you going to remember? John knows lost. He'll remember the name.
yeah.
Us,
Kenny
we
Keevy.
forget about things half a second.
Again, Kenny, you're out there watching. We'll get in touch with you, and then you'll get in touch with Noemi and get that charcuterie board sent to your place. Or you'll go in to pick it up. I don't know how. She said she'll arrange the details.
There we go. Thank
we
you,
go.
Noemi, and congrats. And Kenny, if you if you have it, if you take a pic and send it our way, we'd like it.
Yes.
Even more, invite us over to munch on it. No pressure. Let's see. Tricia said I'm her dad now too. They call me Daddy, Kinsman. This is why I got.
You got your fifth child on the way.
All right, don't be so wild.
Well,
here,
no,
pal.
see Al Pacino though. He's right up there with it. What's he? 83. He just announced today he's going to be a father again.
Al Pacino.
Al Pacino.
Good for him.
Yeah. 83.
That means something's working. At 83. Right.
He's got some good stamina. at
All right,
83.
Ronnie, we'll clear the wheel. Clear the wheel there, Ronnie. Perfect.
All right. So we're back.
We'll thank John. Appreciate you.
welcome. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks, Johnny. All right, buddy.
And definitely
Weather's my 24-hour newsroom. I'm a content creator, producer, host, be all end all. Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah,
right.
you got it. You got it, pal. Anytime we wanted to have you on for a
Well,
while.
if anybody wants to follow, find out what, it's going to be sunny for the weekend, forest fire conditions, you've got it all.
I even try to sneak in highway conditions in the wintertime, but there's another guy on my Facebook group who does that. Let him do that. I'll just stick to the weather. That's my lifelong slogan.
All right.
That's the man right there, Kinsman.
There you go.
I no longer have to see if you got your sandals on. I'm checking out John's page.
We should be checking out his forecast update, the blast
That's right.
forecast.
All right,
We'd
Ronnie.
be more accurate.
Let's peace out of here, Thompson.
All right.
Good night,
Cheers,
everyone.
folks.
Good night.
Bye-bye now.
Honestly, maybe it's a sad birthday, just not phoning me. 'Cause baby, it's a sad birthday, and I'm gonna cry about you. Baby, this is my party, don't you think of me like any other day, just another sad birthday. Like any other day, just another sad birthday. Like any other day. None the wiser, just older. Got a nasty chip on my shoulder. Your promise, my weakness. Said you'd be here